It's 10:52 and the sun is finally up enough for me to film here in Alaska. Today I'm going to give you a quick 19-week pregnancy update and show you how I've got my house decorated for Christmas. So let's go. Today I am 19 weeks pregnant and I'm so excited to share that I'm finally feeling some movement. Well, I thought I was feeling movement a lot earlier than this. I honestly was feeling little things around 12 weeks. Of course, that kept getting dismissed by family members and not really by my midwife, but sort of by my midwife. It's like, oh, like that's probably just gas. You know, the baby is really small. You probably can't feel it kicking yet. But I know what I felt. So previously to this week, I would limit myself to one coffee or one kind of high caffeine drink a week. And when I would drink my coffee, I would feel little butterfly flutters in my lower abdomen. And I just knew that that was baby. I just knew that that was baby, like making their little presence known and wiggling around and kind of feeling the effects of the caffeine that I had drank that day. But now, I don't even have to have caffeine for baby to be super active. On Friday, Brian and I went to the winter fireworks here on base. Yes, we have fireworks in winter here because in summer you can't have fireworks because it's never dark. And the whole time the fireworks were going off, I could feel the baby in my stomach just rolling around and just tons and tons of movement. I'm sure because of the sounds and the flashing lights, because I did read, actually my mom told me that the baby can see lights through my stomach now, which is crazy. And I've noticed that baby is super, super active right when I wake up in the morning and right before I go to bed. I can feel them wiggling and moving around and rolling around in my stomach. And it just makes me so happy. It's not only nice to know that everything's going fine, they're in there, they're wiggly, they're moving around, but it's also just so fun to feel my baby in there moving. I do have a little bit of nerves as baby continues to grow and gets bigger and takes up more room in my stomach about all this movement, but I'm sure it'll be exciting even then. I should note, I say they because I don't know if it's a boy or a girl and we're not finding out until the baby gets here. I say they not because there's multiple babies, but because I feel bad calling my baby it. They doesn't mean there's more than one. Since my only real update this week is that I'm feeling movement a lot, I thought it would be fun to share all of the Christmas decorations that I've put up in my house. I just thought that'd be a fun way to connect and celebrate the season that we're going into. And I love Christmas. Prior to living here, I was a very staunch, we have Halloween, we have Thanksgiving, and then the day after Thanksgiving, we can start Christmas celebrations. However, when you live in a snow globe, it's really, really hard to wait until the day after Thanksgiving to decorate for Christmas. So my parents did come for a short visit for Thanksgiving. We were very COVID safe and it was so great to have them here. And while they were here, among so many other things that they helped with and so many other ways I enjoyed their company, my mom helped me put up a lot of my Christmas decorations. I am not a Christmas decorating guru. I do not have a theme. I do not have a direction. I literally just collect things that I like. Everything that you'll see is just something that I saw that I thought that would be really cute. I love that. Or it was a gift. You'll also notice that I love gnomes. I love gnomes. I especially love Christmas gnomes. And I just love having them all over my house. They make me so happy. I know they creep some people out, but I love gnomes. I think they're so stinking cute. I don't put the same decorations in the same place every year, with a few exceptions, but typically I don't put the same things in the same spots every year. I like to mix it up, and honestly sometimes I just forget where I put it last year and it just ends up going wherever I think it looks best this year. So this is my pie safe right when you walk into my house. Here's a cute little pop-out manger scene that my grandfather made. I love these cone trees I found at Target several years ago. And this is a new addition, this little Santa in the window. Some flickering lights, and my diffuser on a Christmas plate. Here's my oil shelf, and my mom put Santa up here and posed him so cute. He's guarding all of my oils. I just love his pose. And a cute little penguin on the shelf with my plants. This is in our downstairs half bath. A sneaky little snowman here hiding behind the soap, and he's got a kiss on his cheek. And then I love these bottle brush trees. They're really cheap, and I can put oils on them, and they sort of act as a diffuser. I've got a bobblehead Sven from Frozen, and then this really cute hand towel that is in desperate need of being ironed. On all of the stairs and banisters throughout the house, I have some greenery with glitter ribbon, and on the Arctic entry door, I have these reindeer bells. I think they're so cute, and they have the perfect sleigh bell sound to them. We have this really odd ledge in our front living room, and it was the perfect spot for my little collection of gnomes. Mom and I had quite a time getting them up there, but they're just so cute, and I love how they look at you when you come down the stairs. Just some holiday greenery that I stick in with the fake arrangements that I already have around the house. And I love this cookies and milk for Santa set. It's just so cute. We got it at a gift swap several years ago. These little pom-poms are lighted with 2 settings. They always hang on my curtain rods. It's one of the only things I put in the same place every year, and I just think they're precious. This is a memory more than a decoration, something my mom grabbed while she was here. I remember getting these as a kid, and it's just so fun to have them under the tree as such a nice memory. And then of course Mom had to pick up some books for our baby on the way, the Tickle book, a Star Wars book, and then a book about when Grandma and Grandpa visited Alaska. So those are also a special little touch under the tree for baby. I bought this little wooden manger scene the first year Brian and I were married. I found it at Target, I believe, and I just love it. I think it's so darling, and this year I decided it was going to go under the tree. This gnome my mom and I found at Safeway is huge. You can probably see how big it is compared to the tree. Right now I only have one nutcracker, and he's way cute. He's a little soccer player nutcracker that I got for Brian, but that is one thing I would love to collect more of. I would love to have a lot more nutcrackers, and maybe that's something I'll pick up through the years. During the rest of the year, these Christmas pillows are covered, but I love revealing them for the Christmas season. This is also, I think, a gift we got when we got married. This came from Pier 1. This was one of those finds. It was like $1. And then I have a lot of little Christmas books that I mix in here with some of my regular books. So the Southern Living Christmas Cookbook, a Time Life Book of Christmas, and up top is a tiny book, the Winter Book of Gnomes. This is a runner I found at Target the first year Brian and I got married. I got it super cheap, and I was just in love with it. I waited for it to go on sale. I wanted it so bad. And just a little bundle of sticks. The birch is just too cute to me, and kind of a special Alaskan touch. Again, gotta have the swag going up all of the banisters in the house, and I love this red glitter ribbon. This is how I display our Christmas cards every year. I had this made, but it would be easy to do yourself as well. These tiny little clothespins give me such a time, so I might get bigger ones when I buy more. We've got a Santa Stops Here sign that I have not updated yet for this year, and Brian's Advent tea calendar. A little Santa plate. This is one of those plates you can write on and put in the oven and it bakes it in, but for versatility's sake, I didn't write on it, and my diffuser with some red and silver pom-poms around, just for fun. I have owls all over my house, and I love this one with a little Santa hat on. Isn't he cute? These dish towels are my Christmas dish towels. This first one is one that my friend Mariah's Grammy Marv made for her, and they're so neat. She's sent me several through the years, but I just love this snowman one. Now this one is a little more worse for the wear, but I do love that it's got a little Hercules dog and a little Einstein on the bottom.
I'm consciously trying to be better about updating my letterboard, and right now it's just simple. 'Tis the season. This is another one of those little strands of lights. It has a battery pack and 2 light settings, and I just hide the battery pack here behind the curtain, and when I pull the curtain closed, you can't even see it, and I just think it's so cute. I love the woodsy theme. And my coffee bar. So here I've got our happy light, which you have to have in Alaskan winters. And who needs Santa when you have a Mimi? Guess who sent that to me? My Mimi, of course. And this mug is a special gift from a friend from last year. Extra special now that Hercules is no longer with us. This tiny little Christmas tree and these candy cane candlesticks sit on my dining room table, and at the bottom are these little moose wearing wreaths, salt and pepper shakers that my sister got me.
So this is my tree. I know that everyone has their own tree decorating style. Lots of people love a perfectly curated, ornaments placed perfectly kind of tree. And I think that's beautiful, but I love a junky tree, okay? My name is Taylor, I'm a junky Christmas tree addict. I love a tree that you look at and you're like, every single branch has an ornament on it, and I hope that that's what my tree looks like. I love it. To me, it just shows like the joy and the fullness of the season, and I just love it. Apart from the first year that Brian and I were married, every year the way I score Christmas decorations is I wait until January. And then I go to all the stores. I go to the grocery stores, the hardware stores, and the craft stores, and I see what they have that is still there, that's in good condition, and that they're trying to get rid of. And that's how I scored my artificial tree. I found my tree in Fred Meyer, I think it was January 10th. It doesn't have a box, but it was $20 for an artificial pre-lit Christmas tree, which is amazing. I was so excited to find an artificial Christmas tree at such a discounted price. I think it was like 90% off, and I couldn't pass it up. But again, it didn't have a box. So I call over this associate and I'm like,
hi, I want to get this tree. Does it have a box?
He's like, no ma'am, I'm sorry, this was the display. It doesn't have a box, but it is 90% off. So if you want it, it's still for sale. And then he walked off and I thought, okay, so I'm gonna have to pick this tree up.
As if I am a lumberjack walking through the woods.
Except I'm not. I'm a woman in Fred Meyer carrying a tree. So I pick it up, I throw it over my shoulder. Well, I've never had an artificial Christmas tree growing up, so I didn't realize that it's in 3 different parts. So it came apart, but the cords kept it together. I figured it out. I haul it up to the self-checkout, and I was so tickled that I got a super nice pre-lit artificial tree for $20. I couldn't believe it. I grew up having real trees, and that's my preference. It's a little more difficult here. First of all, it's pretty expensive to get a real tree. Now, some people will get a permit and they will go cut their very own Christmas tree down, which is a really, really cool idea. However, you have to leave it in your garage for a few days so that everything can thaw out. And a lot of times that means when it thaws out, a lot of bugs that have made their home in there, hibernated in there, maybe even laid eggs in there, will thaw out too. And if you don't give it enough time, all of those bugs come into your house, and that super grosses me out. Just the idea of it. I remember when we were getting ready to move to Alaska, Brian said, oh, one really cool thing we can do is we can get a permit and we can go cut down our own Christmas tree. And I was like, that is so cool. And then we were here for like 2 months, and I saw someone post on one of the spouse Facebook pages about how make sure if you cut your own tree down this year, you let it sit in your garage for a while so you don't have bugs in your house. And I was like,
oh my word.
That just totally grosses me out. So an artificial Christmas tree is great for now. There are a few ornaments on the tree that are super fun and super special that I wanted to show you close up. So my tree has a few themes. You'll notice, again, a lot of gnomes, a lot of woodland animals and owls, and a lot of sentimental ornaments that have special meaning to me. One of my favorite holiday traditions is to have an ornament exchange party at my house. And this is something I've done for the last 2 years. Obviously this year, it's not gonna work out because I'm trying to be really careful and diligent with social distancing, but it is something that once COVID is less of an issue, it's something that I'm excited to get back to in the next few years. Some of these ornaments came from ornament swaps.
Like this little guy, he's a snowshoe hare, get it? My sister made this for me the year Brian and I got married. A little gnome, a little lady gnome. I love this little owl ice skating. This ornament is so special to me. This is lavender from our wedding, and that's our wedding date on there. My friend Cheyenne had these made for us. Those trucks and the little RVs that you'll see, those came from an ornament swap. Another little lady gnome and a Hercules ornament. Back hidden inside the tree is a little owl and another little owl next to Darth Vader. The sassy mermaid I got from an ornament exchange. This owl looks like he has seen some things. These gold ornaments we have from every state we've lived in, Kansas, Georgia, and Alaska. A little puppy dog ornament. This was handmade for me by a friend. How beautiful is that? Ooh, I love raccoons. Look at this little guy. He's getting treats out of the stocking. Another gnome hidden back there. Can you see him? He's got a pine cone body. And this guy's skiing. And a little Christmas sweater. The hanger is actually a little hanger. And then back here, another gnome. Isn't he cute?
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my 19-week pregnancy update and seeing my house decorated for Christmas. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos. You can also share it with a friend or leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.